Hi, I'm Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking Homestead, and today I'm going to make a family favorite, lasagna. Now, this is the Scrumble Mechanics' favorite dish I make, one of them anyway, but it's right at the top of the list. I will tell you that I make mine a little differently than most people do. That's going to be controversial right off the bat because I don't use ricotta. And it's not that we don't like ricotta, and actually I thought I didn't use ricotta because someone else didn't like it, and so I made it without, and I used other cheeses. But somebody else said that wasn't true, so now I don't really remember how I ended up starting to make it this way. But everybody likes it, and it does hold its form nicely. It isn't quite as goopy, I guess you could say, or as wet. So I've just stuck with it all these years, and it's a nice alternative. So I'm going to show you how I put that together, and we'll get going. So you're going to need 9 lasagna noodles, and I have them going here to get boiled and get them done. Then I use 2 big onions, and I dice them, and I get them nice and sauteed here with some Montreal seasoning. I'm going to put these off to the side here in a second, and then I'm going to add my hamburger. I'm using 3 pounds of hamburger. You can use venison, you can use ground turkey, although that doesn't taste near as good, but you can use it. But I'm using hamburger today because I'm taking this away for the family dinner, and not everybody cares for venison. So, but it is, when I make it at home, I almost always use venison. I'm also going to use a bunch of cheese and tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, and I like using the 6 cheese Italian blend for this, but I also use a little parm and mozzarella. So I'm going to add my beef here and get that browning. My hamburger is all cooked up here with the sauteed onions and the Montreal seasoning, and my noodles are done. So now it's time for assembly. Okay, I do cooking spray in my pan first. Then I put down a thin layer of spaghetti sauce. If I have my home canned, I use that. If I don't have my home canned, I use Prego. By far my favorite. Then I start layering in the first layer with the noodles. So I'll grab my noodles here. One, 2, 3. Then I do another very thin layer of sauce, just like this. Then I'm going to put in my hamburger. The hamburger that I have, I'm going to add in 2 parts, 1 part for each layer. And I do not, I don't drain off the juice because the juice has a lot of the really good flavor from the onions and from the meat, which is what you want. Make sure that's kind of spread out evenly all over. Like this. Okay, now I'm going to add my first layer of cheese. Like this. And I like a lot of cheese. So that's my blend. And then this is just some plain mozzarella, which makes it nice and cheesy. I'm gonna make a mess. Okay, now I'm going to add on my next layer of noodles. hot, hot, hot. Like this. This next one. I have one that broke here a little bit. I'll find the other piece for it. There we go. Now I'm going to add on another layer of sauce. There we go. Make sure the corners get the sauce too, or you'll have dry, curly edges. Okay, then the rest of my ground beef. I mean, this is really simple. Anybody can do this. It's a really good cold weather meal too. I don't make this very much during the summer months. This is definitely, this heavier fare is definitely for the cold months. And there we go. Okay, then our next cheese layer. Mozzarella, besides our 5-cheese blend. Make sure it's all covered. I will say I love having my, this is an old Fantasia Princess House lasagna pan, and I love this. I used to try and do this in a 9x11 regular baker, and that was tough. It didn't want to all fit. Okay, now my last layer of noodles. Like that. Okay, one more layer of sauce. And when you bring it out of the oven, which I'll talk about, it's good to let it rest. You let it rest about 20 minutes. Trust me, it doesn't cool down that much, but it allows the pasta to absorb up all the sauce and the juice from the meat. Okay, and our last layer of cheese. Then I like to add on just a little bit of parm. And then across the top, I like to sprinkle some Italian seasoning. That just gives it a little bit of added yummy kick. Okay, so now she's put together, and I'm going to put her in the oven for about half an hour. Here she is, out of the oven, all nice and crispy top. Like I said, I let it rest about 15 minutes or so. It is super hot, and during that time it rests, then it absorbs up the rest of the liquid with the noodles and stuff, so it's not dry later. So we're going to take this out for dinner, and we'll dish it up.
You did the video for?
So here's the final product, and I'm letting TDM do the dishing up and taste test.
It is gooey.
Oh, look at all that cheesy goodness.
Ah. He got it cheesy. I love cheese.
Yeah, cheesy. Well, that's the whole idea. So, okay.
Get my good side, honey.
You don't have one, honey.
I was going to say that too.
Shh, big sister. And I might add that this was for his birthday dinner.
Oh, shut up.
Senior citizen birthday
So you
dinner.
can, so you can tell the Scrum mechanic happy birthday.
Very good, dear.
So there you go. There's the
My
lasagna.
favorite dish of yours.
Yep, his favorite. There's my lasagna, the way we make it, which is a little bit different. So, until next time, bye.
What do you need?